Hello, guys. I hope everyone is having a great summer break so far. I know that schools just ended last week. Some schools in May and other schools in early June. When I was younger, they used to let us out in May and then we came back in August. But some people are let out during June and then they come back in September. So it all depends. But I think we have extended the school year to the point where now people are being let out in like June and then they come back probably early September. Or sometimes people actually are only in school for a certain amount of time and then they have little breaks and then they are only given a summer break for maybe about 2 months or even a month and a half and then they come back in July. But I hope everyone is enjoying their summer. I wanted to talk about something real quick. And usually, when I say real quick, it's probably going to last maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes, depending on how long I have. But a lot of fuckery has happened this past week. I want to get this out the way first. Roseanne Barr, her show just got canceled because she decided to run her mouth. Roseanne, honestly, was someone that I looked up to when I was younger. I actually enjoyed her show. I used to watch her show all the time when it used to premiere on Nick at Night. But honestly, Roseanne is just a joke. What happened was she got into an argument with a woman named Valerie Jarrett. Now, I don't know what political position she has, but she is some type of affiliation with Barack Obama, and Valerie Jarrett is an African American woman. Well, Roseanne decides to compare her looks to that of Muslim Brotherhood and the Planet of the Apes. Now, mind you, the woman is very light skinned and racially ambiguous and sometimes even white passing. I've looked at pictures of her. There is a picture of her side by side with Roseanne, and honestly, I thought they were two white women, and they honestly kind of look alike. In my opinion, they actually favor each other. So I don't know why Roseanne decided to say what she said to her. Well, I know why, but they actually favor each other. And the woman is clearly African American. Both of her parents are light skinned black people. So that's why she looks the way that she looks. Roseanne soon was fired from her ABC show and they canceled Roseanne because they had a zero tolerance of racism, which I kind of am confused because you knew that this woman was a Trump supporter when she decided to re-air her show. Or I don't know who was behind it, but someone decided that this was a good idea and Roseanne was behind what was going down on the show. She wanted her character to be a Trump supporter because she in real life is a Trump supporter. I believe she has an episode where her character believes that two Muslim neighbors are building a bomb, and apparently you greenlit that. So it takes for a light-skinned black woman to be called a monkey for you guys to say, well, zero tolerance, and I just can't handle it because the woman that fired Roseanne, the president of ABC, is a black woman, a visibly black woman, and I'm glad that she made that decision. I just think it should have never happened in the first place because you should have never allowed a show like that on air, especially when you apparently banned Blackish because they had an episode where they were kneeling during the national anthem. So you didn't want to talk about that, but apparently it's okay for a white family to believe that two brown Muslim neighbors are building a bomb next door. You see what I mean? And then Wanda Sykes was one of the writers of the show. If you don't know who Wanda Sykes is, she is a black woman who is also a lesbian. So she is a very popular queer black woman of the LGBTQIA community. And she's a comedian. So she was behind the show as well. And she quit soon after she heard Valerie Jarrett being called a monkey. And honestly, why would you even affiliate with someone like Roseanne? If you so pro-black and all of this, why would you affiliate with someone like Roseanne? Like, it's like they knew that Roseanne had some questionable beliefs, but just as long as she didn't flat out say, oh, I believe a black woman looks like a monkey, then it's okay. You know, she could say Islamophobic things and all these ridiculous stuff about Arabs and Muslims, But apparently, when she says something so blatantly racist that you can't defend her, then all of a sudden you have morals. It doesn't make sense to me. But I'm just glad the show got canceled, because I was actually one of the few people that was trying to give the show a chance. I said, I'm not a fan of the Trump supporter aspect, but maybe there'll be more to the show than that. Nope, it's all about Trump, Trump, Trump. She wants to normalize Trump, and she wants people to sympathize with Trump supporters. I just wasn't having it. I didn't watch one episode of Roseanne. I do feel sorry for some of the castmates because they didn't ask for this. The black girl on the show who is playing a biracial character, who is the daughter of DJ, I kind of feel sorry for her and her family, because even though, like, okay, even though that people, mailman came, even though that people affiliate with Roseanne, and I don't really trust people that affiliate with questionable people like that, I feel sorry for the cast. I feel sorry for the people that play DJ, Jackie, Becky, the two Beckys that are back on the show, John Goodman. I don't know about his beliefs, but they didn't ask for this. It was all Roseanne's doing, and Roseanne not only hurt herself, but she hurt other people involved. You got those people fired. You cost those people money and a paycheck because you wanted to run your mouth, because you thought that you was Trump. You thought you could say those things and get away with it and still have your job. No, you got fired. You forget, you are not a white man, Roseanne. You are a fat white woman. You are a fat white woman who does not have the same clout as Trump. And what disappoints me is that Roseanne at one point stood up for all types of women. If you think of an intersectional feminist, look to old Roseanne. She stood up for fat women. She stood up for poor women, working class women. There is even an episode where she talked about how it is unacceptable for someone to reject black girls just because they look different. When her son said that he would not play Romeo in the Romeo and Juliet play because the girl was black and he didn't want to kiss her, Roseanne was like, no, that's not okay. And as a young black girl that watched that episode at the time, that was revolutionary. So for Roseanne to go from this very liberal, progressive feminist to this silly, attention-seeking Trump supporter, it just baffles me. I'm not even angry at her. I'm just very disappointed because I feel she's doing this for attention. I feel that she wants relevancy, but she's not getting it the right way. And she's not going about it the right way. Jimmy Kimmel wants to stick up for her and say, well, she's mentally ill. And you know what? Maybe she is. Maybe how she's acting, maybe she's mentally ill. That's besides the point. Mental illness is not an excuse for racism. You can't just call someone mentally ill just because they say something that you don't want to hear and you want to make excuses. No. So Roseanne is canceled, literally.